up, y'all? Welcome back to my channel and welcome back to your favorite with your messy self story time. I hope you guys are ready for another workplace story time. I know you guys love this series and I love it too. And just because you get a big girl job doesn't mean the drama stops. Unfortunately. While you guys get your wine, your snacks, everything you need, I want to give a special shout out to my homies over at Care Of for collaborating with me on this video to help me bring you content that you love. But also, I have been using Care Of for over a year and a half, almost 2 years now, and they have completely changed my supplement and vitamin taking game 100%. I was always the person that I needed vitamins. I've always needed vitamins. I've always had iron deficiencies, and especially after having my kids, I've had calcium deficiencies. My mom used to have me take like multivitamins every day. I mean, like once a week, because I would forget. So if you're like me and you need some vitamins in your life, but you tend to forget, Care Of specializes in health and wellness with supplements that are backed by recent science to ensure that you feel confident in what you're putting in your body. This is your health and wellness that we're talking about. Very, very thorough. What sets them apart from regular supplements and vitamin brands is that this is personalized to you. One size definitely doesn't fit all, especially when it comes to health and wellness. So all you have to do is click on that little link in my description box, take their quick holistic quiz. This quiz covers many different things, not only your health and wellness goals, but also what are you eating in a day? How are you feeling? What are your stress levels like? Do you go through an afternoon slump? How is your energy? Are you looking to increase that? Once you take this quiz, they will curate the perfect supplement plan for you. And they also give you in-depth information about every single thing that they are recommending to you, why, the science behind it, all that good stuff. Also, you don't have to have multiple different bottles and like trying to remember all of your vitamins. I love the concept of their vitamin pouches, not only because you can find everything in one spot, but also the sleeve that they come in. They're very easy to store, so you can put them anywhere that you will remember them, by your toothbrush, by your coffee maker, in your car. They always come with like a goal or like a little motivational quote to get your day started. I just love this concept. It has kept me on track with my vitamins, and I really think that you guys could find it beneficial. They don't just offer, supplements of vitamins, but they also recommend powders, electrolytes, protein powders to add to the convenience factor. The fact that it comes to your doorstep without you thinking about it, girl, say less. I get my vitamins through Care Of. David gets his vitamins through Care Of as well. It is that convenient, and it is something that we don't really have to think about, but it's still very important, and it helps us feel our best so that we can keep up with our kids and just live the best life that we can possibly live, girls. So if you are looking for vitamins, supplements, health, wellness, any of those things, just click on that link in my description. Don't forget to use my code Nikki Glamour for 50% off of your first month, girl, just to see. A few of them that they added into my pack personally is the calcium. Like I said, I did have a calcium deficiency because of my cats. Also iron. They gave me a multivitamin plus iron, and they also gave me ashwagandha. I had not taken ashwagandha before I tried Care Of, and girl, it is a game changer. They actually call it the chill pill. Now, ashwagandha can help you relieve stress. It can also help with your muscle endurance, your strength and recovery if you are working out, trying to build that muscle. The ashwagandha root is certified organic and grown in India, and it is so unbelievably good for you. If you do some research on ashwagandha, it is amazing for you. This is something that I would not have known about had I not taken Care Of's holistic quiz and found out about it and how it could help me. If you guys are looking for vitamins, supplements, or anything to just help with your health and wellness journey, definitely check out Care Of. Again, check in my description box, click that little link, use my code Nikki Glamour for 50% off of your first month, girl, and let me know how much you love them, because I already know. Now, once upon a time, not long ago, I worked in the oil and gas industry, okay? So I worked in one company, and then I ended up leaving because, it's a mess or whatever, and I wanted to like expand. And then I got a call from like a colleague that I worked with a few years back. He was with another oil and gas company. He was like, hey, I saw your resume and stuff on LinkedIn. Like, are you looking for a job? And I was like, yeah. So I hadn't been in the oil and gas industry at this point for like a year and a half, 2 years. And he was like, oh my God, like I'm gonna present you to HR at my company. I think they would love you. And I was like, oh my God, thank you so much. Well, sure enough, girl, fast forward, I ended up getting an interview. Y'all already know a girl does well in interviews. So I got the job. And it was crazy because I had temped at this company before. First of all, the girl that interviewed me was super, super young, which isn't a problem, bitch, but like she just had like this, she talked to me a lot about her personal life during my interview. type of person, okay? But you know, it was cool, it was chill. She had a few interesting questions for me in regards to my last job at the other oil and gas company. And girl, when I tell you, they were trying to get like secrets, like not the sweetest out of me. Who did I work under over there? Like, you know, were there certain things that I was learning? Do I know any new partners that they happen to be working with? Have they expanded to new states? And yes, I did have all that information, but you don't play all your cards at once, girl. I'm pretty positive that her supervisor was like, find out what you know from this girl, because literally, girl, my ex oil and gas company was their direct competitor, and I had heard of this new gas company when I used to work over there. So like they were really like trying to be messy when it came to me and like what I knew, who I worked under, what they were doing, all that, okay? This office, of course, was located in the heart of downtown, and the whole building, the whole motherfucking building was nothing but this oil and gas company, okay? Nobody else took up residence in that building. It was just them, and that was crazy. So multiple different departments, and on each floor, there was a separate reception area and like separate admins, okay? So they ended up placing me on the main floor to start training there as the receptionist. They wanted me to be like, you know, receptionist, what do they call it, office manager or whatever. And then bitch, they took me to the desk where I would be working and training, and there were two girls sitting there. One of them is going to be leaving soon, which is why I'm here, because she's gonna train me until she leaves, okay? They, you know, make quick introductions. I take my place. They like pulled up an extra chair and I start my training. We're gonna name them Kimberly and Haley, okay? The person that I was there to be replacing at the end of the day was Kimberly. So she had apparently been working there for like, I don't know, a good minute, like over a year at this point. So I start training with Kimberly and getting to know her. She's very nice. At this time, I want to say she was like 26, 27. Girl, drop dead motherfucking gorgeous. When I tell you drop dead, and I'm talking about like blonde hair, blue eyes, like tall, like very fashionable. She was very soft spoken, and like y'all, when I tell you she had every single man in that office wrapped around her finger, bitch. Like every single one of them would come into the office and like just dote on her and just like give her all the compliments and just like be falling all over themselves, because Kimberly was sitting there, and it was so evident, y'all, from the moment that I started training with her. Every single dude that would either pass by or whatever, like they would be looking straight at your girl Kimberly, and like I'm not gonna lie, she was that one, okay? That's how it be sometimes. Like you be doing well if you like some eye candy for the men in the office. Just know that, okay? That's how messy the office is. I'm telling you right now, they don't just hire off of qualifications. They hire off of looks because they need eye candy in the office. I'm just being real. So fast forward, training goes well. You know, she was like so shocked. She was like, oh my God, you know how to do this? And I was like, yep. And you're about to show me this over here and in that drawer and these keys. And she was like, oh my God, like this is so easy. And I was like, yeah, girl, I got you. So literally by the second day, she was like putting me on projects and tasks by myself. Like I was already just like a full-time employee, bitch, no problem. So we spent the rest of the time, you know, just shooting the shit, getting to know each other, you know, just chilling, whatever. And we were getting stuff done really fast because now there was 3 of us, not just 2. So it was a chill moment. So this is the part where we start getting to know each other and kind of like, you know, telling each other our personal lives and stuff like that. So of course they find out about my mans. You already know I have to tell everybody about David. And of course I find out about their situations as well. So Kimberly was in a very serious relationship. Like she was convinced that she was about to get engaged. Like she had been with her man since the beginning of college. Very much in love, very much booed up. That's Kimberly. Now Miss Haley over here was the only single one in the group. Okay, she was single, ready to motherfucking mingle. If I had to put a number on it, I had been here for like 2-3 days at this point, and I shit you not, y'all, I thought these girls were like best friends since the beginning of time. The way that they acted, the way that they spoke to each other, like they would refer back to things that they had been doing together outside of work, you know, like it was very evident to me that they had known each other for a while. Or so I thought, bitch, because why did I find out that Miss Haley over here has only been working here for like literally like 3-4 weeks before I got there. So she had been there maybe like a month. They start talking about when Haley was onboarded, and I was like, how long ago was this? And they were like, oh yeah, it was like a month ago. I was shook because these bitches acted like, not like, oh, we're just work friends. No, bitch. they left work together almost every single day. They would hang out almost every single weekend. Like, they would come back to work with like stories, like whatever. But anyways, you know, they're besties, I guess. Kimberly didn't leave her position for like another 3 weeks. Like, it was almost a month before she like dipped and I fully took over that position. So in the meantime, we were basically all like the Three Musketeers at work. I'm gonna be real with you. I didn't hang out with them outside of work because like we didn't really have a whole lot in common. I'm gonna just be real. All of a sudden, I start hearing about how Haley spent the night and like, oh my God, how crazy was last weekend? And like Haley saying thank you to Kimberly, like, oh, thank you for letting me crash on your couch. Like, like, yeah, you know, I need to like let up on the drinking or whatever. It was at this moment that I was like, oh, pues, wow, like y'all are spending the night. Like they had sleepovers and shit. Like it was a very involved friendship, okay? It went from normal to like, this is kind of weird because Haley would talk about Kimberly's boyfriend like she knew him so fucking well. She started referring to him like my brother. He's like my brother. Right, bitch? Okay, like, miss me with that. I can't stand that shit. So immediately, red flags. And I was like, oh, bitch, you not hitting me with the he's like your brother. Like, don't fuck it, please. I don't know what was going on with Kimberly. I don't know if she was having like interviews or what, but she went from doing full-time days to like part-time days. And there was like this jacket hanging on my chair that wasn't mine. And it was definitely Kimberly's. And I just left it there. You know, I didn't mind sharing space with her. And everything's on normal. And I gotta go like run an errand around the office and go to a different floor. So I go do that, bitch. I come back and I get off that elevator and I walk to our desk and Haley has that jacket on, the one that was on my chair that belonged to Kimberly. And so like, no big deal. Like, obviously, like they're besties, you know, whatever. Why is she drowning in this jacket? I mean, like fucking drowning. Kimberly was a petite little thing. So surely this is not her jacket. So I'm like looking over and I'm like, oh my God. I was like, is that Kim's? And she was like, I mean, like technically, she was like, no, it's not hers. It's actually Josh's. I steal his hoodies and jackets every chance I get. Like they just like are so warm. And like, I just love the cozy feeling or whatever. They're my absolute favorite. I don't even buy my own sweaters because I know I have Josh's. Is this my friendship? No. Is this my business? No, it ain't. Like, would I be fine with that? No, but we ain't talking about me. And we ain't talking about you, bitch. Like, don't be judgy. Don't be judgy. Okay? Like, let them do whatever they want to do. So I was like, okay. Well, like, so this bitch sits next to me for the rest of the day wearing Josh's whole ass jacket. And when I take for the rest of the motherfucking day, bitch, she goes home with it. Kim's last day comes around and they have like, you know, some going away events at the office, a little cake or whatever. And then all of a sudden I start hearing about like happy hour afterwards where they wanted to meet up at this bar that was down the street from our office and like have like a farewell moment. I don't know if it was because it was her last day at work or what, but they let her leave early. So she leaves early and it's like, you know, it's kind of a bittersweet moment. Like I actually enjoyed having Kimberly there. If I'm being real, I got along better with Kimberly than I did with Haley. She's looking at me and she's like, you're coming, right? Like this is like my farewell thing. Like you have to come. And I was like, bitch, I am the type to like want to go straight home right after work. So I was like, I mean, I guess like I'll make an appearance. She was like, okay, well, I'm going to go get ready and I'll see you guys in a little bit. So she takes off and the rest of the day goes on. We close up shop. So I used to park in this parking garage across the street from where I worked at the time. Right after work, I go to my car and I just sit there for however long. I call David. I just kind of kill some time because like I don't want to be the first one there. And also I don't feel like being here all night. So I'm just going to like go over there and make a quick appearance and then dip, right? I find me some street parking and I go inside and it is already fucking packed. It's like a Friday right after work. Everybody is out there and I'm like, oh my God, Lord, give me strength. Everybody at work had been telling me that they were going to be celebrating on the rooftop, right? So as soon as I get there, I beeline it all the way upstairs. As soon as I get up there, you know, I do a scan and I don't see any of my coworkers. So I'm just kind of like looking around. There's this big bar on the back of the wall. So I'm like, okay. I feel kind of awkward. I'm like, let me just get a drink. So like I at least have something in my hands and I don't look so crazy. So I'm standing there and there's like this point next to the bar where it's like a ledge that looks over the lower level. I see one of my coworkers. I sure do. I see Haley. So I see her walking from the bar down there across the room. So immediately I'm like, oh my God, like they're down down there. Okay, cool. So I grab my drink, I pay, and I start heading to the second floor where I saw Haley. There was this group of tables. They had like this little area with like some twinkle lights and shit. There's like high top tables out there, and I start going through the crowd, and I get closer to Haley, and all of a sudden I see some other person's head like right here. Like I see her, and then I see somebody else's head right here walking up, and I'm like, what the fuck? And I'm like, who the fuck is that? All I know is it's a dude. He's a complete stranger to me. Oh my God, Haley's got a mans with her? Oh my God, like, wow. I beeline it to the table. Haley is sitting on this guy's lap. Hey girl, what's up? Her face just like completely changes. She hops off that fucking stool so fast. She's like, Nikki, hey, you're here already? Like everybody wasn't supposed to be here until like another 30 minutes, you know? Like it's crazy. I was supposed to be here to like get the table first. So like, you know, we had a place to sit, but like, yeah, come on y'all. She's like talking a million miles a minute. And I'm like, yeah, I couldn't even get a word in edgewise. And I was like, oh yeah, okay, like cool, yeah, okay. And she was like, okay. So she was like, so I got this table, and like there's another table right there that we can have. And she was like, do you want to like go sit at that one? So like we hold that one. And I look over, and there is another like high top table, but there's like a leather jacket and like, you know, a few things sitting across it. So I'm like, you guys, she's acting so fucking weird. And she's like standing between me and the table where she was sitting. And like, she's just like pointing over, and she's like, can you like go watch that table? Like not this table, that table. And I was like, yeah, I guess, sure. Like, okay, I can do that. She won't even look my way, and she just disappears to the bar. So I'm sitting at this table by myself with my drink, and I'm next to this other table with this guy just sitting there. And y'all, I swear he just like keeps looking over and keeps looking over, and I'm like, what the fuck? And so like everything is fucking weird, bitch. I don't know what's going on. Like it's just weird vibes all the way around. Fast forward a few minutes, I see Haley coming out of the crowd, and she's heading to where I'm sitting. And she brings me some random fucking drink. Again, I have my own, but she's like, oh my God, I didn't know you already had your drink. Bitch, you just saw me. But like, again, she was like all befuddled that she didn't notice that I already had my drink. So she brings me another drink, and she was like, well, you have to catch up with me anyway. I don't want to be rude. So I'm like, oh, thanks. So I start sipping on it, and y'all, she's just like, got this like nervous energy about her, and she's like, do you like it? And I was like, yeah. So she sits right next to me, and she's like all in my face, and she's like, so like, how are you liking the job so far? I'm just like, oh wow, like you've definitely had like a few drinks, you know? Like she was very social. Fast forward, a few more of our coworkers start showing up. And half of them sit at my table, and the other half sits over at the other table with like this random guy. I keep looking at Haley, and I'm like, when is she gonna go over there and like talk to her man, or like he's over there by himself? All of a sudden, I see some of my other coworkers go to that table, and I start hearing them talking to this dude like they know him. Hey Josh, what's up, dude? Long time no see. And like one of my guy friends from work comes up, dabs him up. Hey Josh, what's up? Like, oh, how you been? Like it's been a while. Da-da-da. Like you should come visit the office more. Josh, wait a minute. Wait a whole last minute. Bitch, I start ear hustling. I ain't even gonna lie. Like, I need to know what the fuck is going on. Why does my coworker start talking to this Josh fool, and all of a sudden he starts asking, oh my God, how are you and Kimberly doing? Are you guys still living over there? Like, are you guys still gonna move over here? Like, just like asking them about their fucking plans, because bitch, that's Kimberly's boyfriend. That's Kimberly's man. That's fucking Josh, bitch. You know, the jacket and like fucking Kimberly's man. This bitch is still right next to me while I'm ear hustling this shit. And I'm putting two and two together, and I'm like, I know what I saw. I know what the fuck I saw. Like, bitch, I gotta go. Like, this is messy. And like, I'm just gonna finish my drink and I'm gonna go. Kimberly is not here yet. I don't know if she just wanted to be fashionably late, bitch. I don't know. But she took forever to get there. Fast forward, all of a sudden I start hearing like cheers. She's here, Kimberly, da-da-da. Everybody's giving her a hug. It's like, oh my God, good vibes. Everybody's like smiling, wishing her good luck, all of that. And she's like making her way through the crowd. Finally, she goes to the table next to me. She sets down all of her stuff on the table, and she leans in and she kisses Josh. Okay, that's my cue to go. So I start getting up, and I'm like grabbing my stuff. Meanwhile, Haley's still next to me. Okay, she did not get up. She was not one of the first to get up to like go greet Kimberly or anything. Like she was still right next to me. And I swear I felt like this girl was just like all eyes on me and just like watching every move I made. So I like go to get up and she's like, where are you going? Are you leaving? You're leaving already? Like, oh, okay. I'm gonna go ahead and take off. I was like, I'm just gonna go say hi to Kim. And she was like, oh, yeah, okay. So y'all, this girl, I swear I could feel her nervous energy just coming off of her the minute I was like, oh, let me go say hi to Kim. She stays at that table. She does not like follow me to the other table to go say hi to her best fucking friend. I make my way over there. I have to like wait a few minutes while other people are talking to Kimberly. As soon as she sees me, she's like, Nikki, you actually made it. Oh my God, like you're hanging out with us. Don't get too excited. I'm about to leave. And she was like, what? She was like, I just got here. And I was like, I'm sorry. I've been here for a good minute. And y'all, his eyes were so fucking big. And I was like, yeah, you know, I got here pretty early. It was just me, Haley, and Josh here for a good minute. Like, I've been here for a while. This boy looked like he was about to pass the fuck out. Y'all, right over her head. She was like, oh, really? You were here early? She was like, dang, I'm sorry. Like, I got caught up and like this and that. And like, I'm just hearing because I want to go, bitch. I just want to go, you know? To say bye to you, so I just wish you the best of luck. Some of my other coworkers have come to this table. They're like all talking over each other, and I just kind of like disappear into the crowd. And I go home, I go on about my merry way. This ain't none of my goddamn business. The next business day comes around. This is like the first day that we are working without Kimberly there at all. And it was so fucking weird, and it was so awkward and so tense the minute that I came into the office. Why did Haley tell me that the night that I left the bar that she should have left with me because she didn't make it home that night? She had to spend the night at Kimberly and Josh's place? And that she's so lucky that they take her in and she's basically like their child and like she can always count on them. And yeah, she slept at their place that night. I just want to ask y'all, and y'all can tell me down in the comments, do you trust your best friend to sleep over with you and your mans? Let me know down below. I don't know what came of the situation. I don't know if Kim ever got a whiff, but I do know that she and Haley remained friends, at least through the time that I continued to work at this spot. They ended up going on a fucking vacation together, and she loves third wheeling it. Like, that was her whole personality, is that she was third wheeling it with Kim and Josh, and that they treated her like family, and this, that, and the motherfucking third, and bitch, it spelled mess to me. It spelled mess to me, and I know what I saw. So that was the end of that story with Haley, but not the stories with Haley altogether. We will talk more about her in future videos. Thank you again to Care Of for partnering with me on this video. Don't forget to check out my description box, girl, and take advantage of that 50% off of your first month with Care Of using the code Nikki Glamour at checkout. I love you guys so much. Thank y'all so much for chilling with me for story time today. I hope you guys enjoyed it as much as I did. I love y'all. I can't wait to chill soon. I will see your fine ass in my next video. Peace out, y'all.